Rhys B, and I used Python to make a Battleship game. In this presentation, I will run through my goal and what I did, and I will also run through the build, the program, and what I thought through, and the rethinking, and also the timeline. My goal. The game I have in mind is called the Battleship, the Final Frontier, and it is a strategy-based game where you guess coordinates, and you get 20 annual guesses to get the battleship, use your coordinates to find the battleship within 20 guesses and hit all the spaces on the battleship. And my goal for this game was first different. It was originally decided as tic-tac-toe, but then I changed it to a box game where you box in, you try to make a box and you put your initial inside of it. And then after realizing that wouldn't work, I decided on this battleship game, and that was my final guess. And then the build of this project was kind of simple. There was a lot of the same things. There were some loops, there were some statements, and there were a lot of functions. There was like 7, I believe. And of course, those were repeated. And then in the program, the random number generator. This is where number generator. I don't know if it's called the number generator, but it just makes sure. Oh, I am sorry. That is where the battleship. That is the battleship placer. So that places the battleships, and then this is the coordinate checker, and it makes sure that the coordinate that you enter is within 1 through 8, or 0 through 7, but technically 1 through 8, and make sure that it is within 1 through 8 and is a number. It is a number, not a letter. And the win check. This is the actual name of a function I have. And it makes sure the battleship is hitting all 5 coordinate points to end the game. And it also, never mind. And then the ran babe, as funny as it sounds, it is another function that can place the battleship in random spaces. And then the printed plane, which is the reason why I had to change the font at the beginning, it is just a printed plane I achieved by making print statements in various orders to make an ASCII art plane, which is just from various characters on the keyboard. And test and rethink, the software was tested running the program approximately 200 to 450 times. That's a guess. It might be way less than that, but I know I tested a lot because there were a lot of faulty issues. And one change I would add is the ability to go against a bot. Right now in the game currently, you don't go against a bot, but a bot places the board. Places the battleship. And first and second class, I will just read off. The first designs and parameters were added, although they were changed in the end. Additionally, the coordinate checker was added. And third and fourth class, although it was faulty, the first traces of the AI was added to game, as well as the battleship placer. They're the same thing, by the way. And the battleship placer was perfected. And then in the 7th to 8th class, this is last class in this class, I finished up the program. So I changed up the little things. There's one issue that I will do next week, but it was so small that I just left it for next week because it's probably not going to affect what I demo. So demo. And I will just do that now. As you can see, the plane. And then also, these are some of the functions I used. That's random babe. Sorry. I think. Sorry. It's down here.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't mention it. There we go. And
There's a D there.
There's a D. Sorry, what happened? And right now, just for testing purposes, I kept this extra board. But if you're playing, I will delete that. I just printed it twice just to show you that it works. And so, what will happen is, let's say I am in the game. I will guess, let's just say 3, 4. And that is a miss. We know that the battleship is actually 1, 0, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, and, just 1, 4, because it starts at 0. And so, so I'm going to guess that would actually hit the battleship. I will go with 1, 0. and that will hit the battleship, achieving a hit. You can see that marked by H at the top. And then, yes, so next one, I will guess 1, 2. And again, that's another hit. But let's say let's say this is where the coordinate checker comes to play. So I'll say A. The game gets very mad at you. I will read this. It says, stop trying to cheat the system. Don't you think I thought this through? Select only a number. And that is in all bold to explain that he's mad. And then let's say, I say like 11. That is past the 7 parameter. So, of course, stop trying to be smart. Only numbers 0 through 7, idiot. Okay. And so I'm just going to finish off the battleship. Okay. Okay. We have the enemy ship in control. Good working, Private. So that means we have fully secured all 5 coordinate points, and that means we have the win. Any questions? Yes.
So there's only one battleship?
Yes, there's only one battleship. It's different, so, than the normal battleship game. Yes?
What was the hardest part?
The hardest part was probably dealing with all the errors that came to play, but also random bait. And if you're wondering what bait means, that means the first 2 letters of battle and then the last 2 letters of ship, battleship. That was very hard because we kind of changed how we did that. So there was a lot of deleting and rewriting that we had to do, and that was probably the hardest part of my program. Yes?
Do you think in the future you may have implemented like Tkinter to give us some graphics or something like that?
Yes, I would have. But I already do have kind of like an opening screen. That would have been like my last priority. If I had like 9 extra weeks, I would have made an opening screen just to make it a little more neat. But right now, I think that's fine. I mean, it looks cool, so it took me like 20 minutes. But any other questions? Yes?
So, so when you write a program, at what time you think this piece of code should go in a function?
Sorry?
So you're writing a program, right?
Yes.
So it could be like 100 lines of code.
Yeah.
At what time you think, okay, I have to move this piece of code into a function?
Maybe I was like 50 lines in. Oh, hold on, let me check. I can check this.
I think what he's asking is like when you're writing code, how do you know what shouldn't go into a function and what should go into a function?
Well, you can know by running it, and also, yeah, I guess you could know by running it, but, yeah. Any other questions?
I can give you the right answer.
Oh.
not right, but the appropriate answer. The answer is basically you put the code in a function which basically you will keep on writing multiple times. So
Okay.
that means, so you put the common code in a one place, and then you can call that piece of code from anywhere.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Right?
Oh, sorry.
So can you give an example of code that you wrote that repeats multiple times that you put in a function?
Yes. Well, this right here, is it like the in the function or outside of the function? Okay, in the function.
Inside function, yeah.
Okay. Well.
Because you put it inside the function, so you wouldn't have to keep retyping it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a reason. He basically wants to make sure you understand like why you're actually putting it in a function, so you don't have to retype it
Yes.
over and over.
So
again.
you can
understand that?
you can call the function
Okay.
again. All the functions are called through this one segment right here,
Right.
and that is where you call the functions. But you can see random print board is printed here. Said here, and then you can also see the random print board is up here or down. Sorry, there it is, right here.
So the other good advantage of having function is if you want to change something in that piece of code, you just change it one place. Otherwise, you have to go like 10 places.
Yeah.
And that's like you may generate a more error than if you change just one place.
Yes.
That makes sense. Right?
Any other questions? Yes.
Why would you put idiot if you?
I was just doing that as
As
a
a
joke.
fun.
I mean, why don't you don't do 11? It's only 0 through 7.
Yeah, next time you'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
You would understand that.
any other questions? Nope. Thank you.